Hey y'all, learning how to control your emotions as an adult is like, it's kind of ghetto, but it definitely is very necessary and very worth it because let me tell you something. It ain't no excuses. Like, if you grown, like, you gotta learn at some point. You gotta learn at some point, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm like really discombobulated right now. It's really too much going on and I'm mopping, I'm trying to clean the house, but I just thought about this. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know why the hell. Actually, no. I do know why the hell I don't know how to control my emotions. I think it's because, like I said, I was sheltered, but not only was I sheltered, I was like, I went to the same school literally for like, what, 6, 7, 8 years. And basically, what I'm trying to tell you is I was around the same people pretty much my entire life. And like, I never got the chance to really meet people nor build relationships where I was supposed to or where I should have been like expressing my emotions. Like, for example, I don't really have too many moments where I was like genuinely angry, or like I never had like a boyfriend or nothing. So like I never was able to like have moments of like real sadness or like, you know, stuff like that. Like most experiences people have where you have to regulate your emotions. I never really had that. Like, yeah, I got into like little scuffles here and there, but like with some friends, but like I've never really been in situations where I had to like really learn emotional maturity. So as an adult, here I am going through this shit for the first time, and I'm like, wow. First of all, let me tell you something about anger. That bitch will destroy a relationship, and I definitely have done that before, and I definitely am working on that now because let me tell you something. It is not cute. Like, if y'all know, if you seen the Lego movie and you know that little unicorn, Unikitty, like she real nice, she real happy all the time, but then when she gets angry, it's kind of like, and then she just fucking explodes. That's literally me, and I'm like, ooh, that's really not bad, nor is it cute, but it's like, it's understandable for now because I haven't really had many moments where I was truly angry. Like growing up, I was just pretty much happy most of the time, and then you know you become an adult and it just sucks all the life out of you. Yeah, that's what happened. I was pretty much like I really didn't have anything to be angry about. Now that I think about it, in my childhood at all. Like I've had little moments, you know, where I got mad, but it was like, yeah, now that I'm an adult and I'm having people anger me, I'm like, oh, this fucking emotion is actually really fucking powerful. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. Like, I don't like being angry, especially me, because I'm like, eh. What I'm learning is that I literally need to take way. I need to take a lot of time to like calm myself down before I actually address the issue when I'm angry. Like, I literally cannot do anything out of anger. If I do, I will destroy that relationship. That's literally all that I want. That is so bad, but it's just like somebody is pissing me off. You need to stop pissing me off right now. And I will say whatever the fuck. And you know, like people say things out of anger. They be like, I didn't mean it. No, the problem is I did mean it. I just didn't need to say it like that. That's horrible, but it's like, I'm working on it though. I learned that journaling definitely does hurt, but it's like, you know, some people you get into a little scuffle or argument with them and you gotta like, or they want you to take care of it in that very moment. No. If I take care of it in that very moment and I say something, you do not make any major decisions out of anger. But I don't need to make any decisions out of anger because the thing that I'm going through right now is like I'm going through this, like I'm living through this experience, but I'm also observing myself at the same time, if that makes sense. Like my life is the Truman Show, only I'm the audience and Truman at the same time. So especially when I'm angry and like I'm pretty much happy all the time. When I'm angry, I'm like, I want to stay angry because I'm like, wow. I'm looking at myself like, wow. So this is like what it feels like for me to be truly angry. I'm like, wow. What happens if I do? That's a problem. That's problematic. Yeah, that's problematic. Like, don't do that. But yeah, but what I will say, you know, I always say life is ghetto. Life is literally ghetto. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, allegedly we signed up for this. I'm like, Allegedly. Maybe I don't know if we knew what the fuck we were getting into. But I have my moments where I'm like, what, this shit actually is kind of beautiful. But this part is just like, it's embarrassing, but it must be done. Like, it's embarrassing learning how to do a lot as an adult, but it must be done. Cause like it's really no excuses. Like I always say, it's never too late to learn. You either gonna not know for the rest of your life or you gonna learn late. So I'm like, especially like regulating your emotions is important. Like we are all big kids. Like the concept of an adult is very interesting to me. Like you whatever you got, whatever baggage you got as a kid, you will grow up with that. So it's like if you learn how to regulate your emotions young, you'll grow up, you'll be better at it. If you don't, you'll grow up and you still won't know how to do it. So you got to learn at some point, literally, or you just gonna be a walking baby toddler or whatever, grown baby toddler. But it's kind of interesting though, like going through like relationships and stuff for the first time, seemingly for the first time, and I mean like on this level, like, and I'm talking like it was to the point where like when I tell you I don't know how to regulate my emotions, it's like I would live vicariously through movies, if that makes sense. Because like movies, they have conflict and they resolve the conflict. Where I am right now, or at least where I was, what kind of still am, we're working on it, is like if somebody makes me mad, I'm like, oh, I'm never going to talk to them again, ever in my life. It's kind of like when babies, like you do something, you piss a baby off or you piss a kid off, they're like, I'm never talking to you again, I hate you, da 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 da. Yeah, I grew up, you see what I'm saying? If you don't never fix that, or if you don't never tell a kid, like, you, like, basically just calm down, or like just work through it, they gonna grow up like that. I'm like that right now. If somebody pisses me off, I'm like, I'm never gonna talk to you again, and I'm literally just not gonna talk to them again. Like, I'm gonna think about them all the time, but I'm just not gonna talk to them again. Like I definitely have done that a few times, and I'm like, oh, that's not bad. I mean, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, or like when having conflict, like if I do something and I feel like, oh, and it works in the opposite way too. It works in the opposite direction. Like if I do something to hurt somebody and they get upset with me, I'm in my head like, oh, they're never going to talk to me again. That's fine. So yeah, that's also bad. It's like a lot of things can be resolved with like a conversation, but I just didn't know how to do it. So running away was the best option, or better yet, avoiding it. But it's like, that's embarrassing. Like, at this point, everything is embarrassing to me, but that's embarrassing, but like, it's really, that's something that we're going to work on. Cause like, I'm not really finna run away from everything. Like, that's doing too much. Like, you gotta pick a struggle. Like, I'm talking to you, Evan. Like, you gotta pick a struggle. You not finna run away from everything. Like, no. So yeah, why did it stop? That just really stressed me out. I think I definitely did really have like my first moment where I had to like really, let's just say in a movie moment, like, there's a conflict that I definitely hurt somebody and I had to like really fix it, I guess, and like really explain what was going on. I just had my first moment like that. It definitely was a little bit hard, but I was like, yeah, he definitely was very pissed off, and he definitely was like, I like this man because we both dramatic as hell. He was like, don't ever talk to me again. I was like, okay, and then I'm like, but I don't want to not ever talk to you again, if that makes sense. But I was like, no, I definitely did hurt his feelings. Let me go ahead and talk to him again. That is an example. Like in a moment like that, before I would have been like, oh, he said don't ever talk to you again, I'm never gonna talk to him again. Like that's what he said he wants. But it'd be like, no, you literally can you can talk. You can talk through it. You see how I can't talk no more? This is hard, but it's like we're working on it. It gets easier, and that's what I tell myself. It gets easier. This is a skill. Everything in this life is like a muscle or a plant. You gotta grow it. It seemed like my garden is, all of the fucking plants in my garden, they're just getting planted fucking late compared to everybody else. But you know what? That's okay. It's better later than never. It is better later than never. But yeah, I don't know. I really do feel like my life is a movie right now. I really do. Because I'm like, oh, conflict, emotions, and all of this. This is just too much. And y'all be doing this since, or the let's say the normal people. There's really no such thing as normal. But like, the people who've already gotten this established for the most part, y'all was doing this ever since y'all were little. Like that's crazy. Whenever I feel embarrassed for doing something late, I kind of tell myself, you know what? Like I said, it's better for me to learn it later than never. But for me, I kind of like learning things. I kind of like learning things right now because I feel like it's better for me to learn it right now than for me to learn it as a kid and then not really be conscious of it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah.